the White House again. Of course, history is very different. How this will be studied, how future generations will reflect on this is a different question. But in terms of practically, this is also not the first of the legal troubles that we have covered for President-elect Trump. And it does seem that everything else that people have voted on outweighs his record, his dealings, his investigations. And so, Errol, I think no matter what, even if it is not removed from his record, even though this sentencing is proceeding, it is a win for Trump. In fact, his entire legal team spent years.
Jenny, JoJo, what's up, guys? The cab of Baby Oil just broke, and Baby Oil is now all over the floor. This Baby Oil literally everywhere. This is, dude, what did I do to deserve this? The cab just decides to fall out. Yeah, Ron G, Sin City, what up? What's up, Sin? Oh man, bro, it's Baby Oil everywhere. Cap broke off while I'm pouring it out. That's crazy, bro. This is crazy. Oh man. But yeah, I got 2 streams going on right now. I got the live stream on David, New York and Why, where I'm screen sharing, bro. It's just Baby Oil everywhere, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. What did I do to deserve this life? Jesus Christ. Bro, what am I supposed to do? I got it all over this bag now. Script. Just trying to stay lubricated. Don't want to be ashy, want to be classy. And this is what happens. It's Baby Oil everywhere. Oh. Oh my God. How did that even happen? I don't get it. Like, why did that come out? Jeez. I've never been on parole in my life. I'm not a jailbird. Never been on parole, never had a PO. If Trump don't have to check in or anything, I want the same medicine and not have to check in. Only had 2 felonies, not 34. I agree, JoJo. That's what I'm also charged with, JoJo. We're a part of an elite class. I'm charged. I'm not convicted of anything. I'm charged with 2 felonies that I'm very sure will be. Yeah, I'm very well looped up. I don't know how that just happened. That's crazy. All my scars. Look what they did to me. Look at my poor arm. Look at my poor wrist. You know how much therapy I'm gonna need to fix this wrist? Look at this. Never had a black and blue in my life. Where's it at? The lighting's not getting it too well. All right here. First black and blue I ever had. Feel like a battered wife. But yeah, I'm live on the other channel, guys. Sin City. I wonder if Trump has to turn his guns in now. That's what they were saying. He can't have his guns.
Forming this strategy to make sure that he wouldn't have to serve prison time if ultimately convicted.
Yeah, all of that really relevant and useful information. And just so our viewers are aware, President-elect Trump was convicted of falsifying business records in order to cover up a hush money payment of $130,000 to a pornographic actress before the 2016 election. This was a
KT, what's up? That's crazy. Yeah, KT. Life is effed up and should say that when you go to court, Trump is a free man. I got some things up my sleeve, JoJo. Don't worry. Don't worry. We coming. Even though we on defense as the defendant, we coming in loaded. We coming in loaded. This is gonna be the most offensive defendant in the world. Trump's a tyrant. Trump here to stay. Yeah, guys, it's crazy. I'm also live on the other channel. Screen sharing on that channel, just kicking it over here with you guys on the other channel. Trump sentenced to 4 years in the White House. This whole kangaroo court, dog and pony show that they had us sit through, that they spent money for adding NYPD officers. They paid federal agents to investigate them, district attorneys, DAs, paralegals, court officers, judges, juries, all the time allocated to this case. Guess what? He's sentenced to 4 years. He's essentially sentenced to nothing. They didn't give him anything. So essentially he's sentenced to 4 years in the White House. Tax is slavery and Trump will be your next master. I don't necessarily agree with that, but tax is definitely slavery. When they released all the slaves, and they eventually, after which world war was it? They just introduced mass taxing. They found out a better way to do slavery. I agree with that portion of what you said. Tax is slavery. Ooh, allocate my booty to prison, chat lord. I appreciate that. Old big Bubba in there waiting for me. Bubba gonna take good care of me. Oh, little Bubba boy gonna take good care of me up in Rikers Island. Oh yeah, sure. Don't waste your time on kosher politics. Nothing's kosher about politics. It's filthy, dirty, grimy, and disgusting. And a lot of beef. I have no idea. Flexo? I have no idea what you're talking about. You just came in here and said some complete buffoonery. Like, what are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Jasmine, the creator. Hello. Hola, como estas? Yeah, my name's Sean Ryan. Oh, you're bugging out, Flexo. Don't forget billionaire. Don't forget former president. Don't forget new president. Don't forget mogul. Don't forget celebrity. Don't forget tycoon. There's a lot of things you're leaving out. Is it time to build a wall around California? They might have to build a wall around California and New York. You're a Democrat, Jasmine? We respect everybody here. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but Democrats been messing up for a while now. They've been messing up. It's totally kosher. America's second state. Whoa. Point Fire came in here blazing. Last name Combs. Yeah, my Diddy bottle had a malfunction, guys. The cap fell off. The Diddy bottle had a malfunction due to technical difficulties. We're gonna be taking a break from lubing up. Texas and Cal police states. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm good at IRK. Yeah, they're not perfect, but better than Trump. I don't know, Kamala. I'm not gonna lie. I've never really invested in the politics, but I did not want to see Kamala. How about you, Jasmine? You was looking forward to Kamala? I did not want to see her by any means. I knew I recognized you. Yes, sir. That's me.
Unanimous decision by a jury of his peers. Weijia Jiang is reporting to us from West Palm Beach in Florida. Weijia, stand by where you are. We also have Jessica Levinson, our legal contributor, who is digesting the details of what's being discussed inside the courtroom that we see on our screens. I find it interesting, Jessica, that they do note that some 10 times the judge found Trump in contempt of court during the proceedings because of his rhetoric. I'm wondering what's jumping out at you from what you're seeing them discuss right now.
I think you're exactly right. I noted that the prosecution here essentially understanding that it's January.
What are y'all saying over here in the other chat? Joe hopped in the chat over there. Appreciate you, Joe. The office of the president is the CEO of the U.S. court. John Mo, I could get down with that. I hear what you're saying right there. I hear what you're saying. And you're not off. You're not wrong. That statement cannot be confirmed as wrong. I hear what you're saying. Hear what you're saying for sure, for certain. You ready to get drafted, bro? My spray coming for you, homeboy. Your spray? What spray? What are you talking about? Flexer, you're confusing me. Banging mayors and ish? Yeah, of course she wants us free. Trump will take everything away. You think Kamala wanted us free? The cackling cackler? The cackless cackler that ever did it? You think she wanted us free? Great idea to try and get Greenland to join the U.S. He wants Canada. He wants Greenland. He wants the Gulf of Mexico. Trump got bigger. He wants the Panama Canal back. Big Trump he's going big. Go big or go home. If you support the Republican Party, what are you doing, Google? Get out of here. What are you doing? Bro, what the hell are you doing? Nobody called on you. Did you guys just see that? That's the This phone has been messed up since the NYPD illegal went into it. So that's gonna be part of the damages. Like, I don't know how you guys went inside of my phone without a permit, without an order from a judge, and now my phone is messed up. You guys saw I didn't even say anything. Google just decided to come up. So yeah, this is part of the. Oh no, you guys can't see the screen. Yeah, Google just decided to come up. Yeah, no, Jasmine, everybody's welcome here. I respect your view too as well. North York, I agree with you. I'm completely an idiot. They got you tapped. Support mass deportation. Sonny Hostin, Didiot. Rap you set, crib.
'10th, and there are very few practical options. But going on the record and saying that and I'm going to paraphrase here, that the defendant's conduct has been an attack on the rule of law itself. That apparently the probationary court found that this defendant thinks he is above the law, and exactly as you also highlighted, that there were 10 counts here, that there were 10 findings of contempt, and that is significant because what the prosecution is laying out and what would have in another world made a difference is aggravating factors, right? All of this goes to the idea that in some other situation where it is Mr. Trump, not President Trump, that there are reasons that there might be jail time in a case, even though we are talking about non-violent.
Trump wrote and signed on July 24th, 2020, the second Declaration of Independence. What do you mean, Jamo? I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. He wrote the second Declaration of Independence. What are you referring to? I know you don't mean literally, but like, what are you referring to? What took place on that date? I'm not familiar.
Violent felonies, or there might be something more significant than what we're seeing today.
North York. Yeah. North York, you're a muffin man, a muffin man, a muffin man. Good afternoon, David. What's up? What's up? Radiant Pink. Radiant Pink. It's funny how I would break a cop's jaw completely. I'd hit him and then his whole jaw would detach from his face and be on the floor. That's what's funny, North York. That I could actually do that. That's what's funny to me. That I could actually physically do that. And without backup, there's nothing he could do about it. That's what's funny to me. What's funny to you is that I get jumped by a whole bunch of people and my legs don't work. But what's funny to me is like I look at people like that. I look at them as like a mouse. And like I'm not a house cat. Or even a cat in the field, like I'm a lion. Like that's how I look at that. The comparison, we see the world on completely two different planes. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how you look at it. I get jumped by 50 hyenas and my legs don't work. It's funny your legs don't work. It's not the first time you get arrested and can no longer walk. Yeah, bro. Yeah, my legs don't work when I get kidnapped, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Stephanie, how you doing, Steph? Bro's legs don't work and he out here wanting to die to get my country? I'll make sure your arms don't work. Set it up, Flexo. Set it up. All this talk, you in North York. North York, you might as well be in Canada. You're not from York or New York. You're from Canada, bro. And Flexo, bro. Set it up, bro. Set it up. Set it up, bro. Set it up. You'll be like that cop panicking. Jenkinson. You'll be panicking, bro. We've seen it. People come face to face. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a gangster. I'm nothing. I'm a regular person. I'm a regular human being, right? But we see grown men come up to me and pull out pepper spray and pepper spray me. We could fight like gentlemen. We could have a nice fisticuffs. A grown man comes, confronts me, and then pepper sprays me 3 times. A cop throws 3 punches and then he's begging and screaming for help. We've seen, I come face to face with people in the same energy that they approach me with. They don't end it off like that. So if you want to be the next person on Candy Camera to make a fool of yourself and show that when it comes face to face, the energy you approach me with isn't the same energy things end with, I'll match your energy, brother. You'll wind up needing pepper spray or calling for backup. Jenkinson. Like that's how we've seen everything play out on camera, bro. Like there's no there's no mystery to my history. We've seen illegal gang members run up on me. I've stood my ground. We've seen African gang members run up on me. I've stood my ground. In every situation, I've stood my ground. So if you want to be the next person on frickin' Candy Camera, you're more than welcome to be on the show, brother. But it's not gonna end the way you anticipate it. Like, I'm no tough guy. I'm no gangster. I'm not the biggest, baddest black dude in Nebraska. There's no black dudes in Nebraska, but it's not gonna go that way, bro. It never has. It never will. Yeah, the African fake handbag sellers. We've seen it all, bro. Like, everything plays out. All my videos are still up. The only time I've ever been defeated is in the woman homeless shelter where the chicks beat me up. That's the only time I ever took a loss, right? And I didn't even take a loss. I took it on the chin. I left standing. I didn't call the cops on nobody. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. Full court press, man. I played the song before. Should I play it? I don't want to go into. Could I play it? Damn, man, I'm scared. I'm gonna go into it. Full court press. Oh no, I can't play this on this phone. Full court press blessed me with a banger. Oh, actually, I can technically play it. Hold up. We got to go to the beginning of my stream. Shout out to Full Court Press. We can go. I got to go to the beginning of my... Can I do that? I've never tried this before. Hopefully I don't ruin the whole stream. We're at 10 minutes and 50 seconds of this video. I gotta remember that. Can I go to my stream that I'm on and stream the beginning of the stream that I'm on? Never tried it before. Let's try it. Flexo, bro. Stephanie Jinx, what's up? I love you. Flexo. Who's the other guy? Flexo in North York, bro. Anytime you guys want to set it up and we could actually agree to it on camera that we're setting it up, I'd be delighted. Why are you saying this guy's whole name? Blank, in jail, or locked up in a mental hospital. He needs help like you. North York, you just chatting, bro. Jocko, what up, brother? Invade and get drafted. I'm too old. I'm 55 years old. Who's drafting me, bro? Nobody's drafting me anyway. AC, what up? What up, AC? Well, go talk to David, bro. Why are you here telling me about David? Then see what's coming to your cripple. Bro, my legs work. They hurt, but they work. They hurt, but they work, bro. They're in pain, bro, but they work. It's so painful. It's so painful doing this right now, bro. It's so painful. They hurt so bad, bro. Oh man, bro, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. You guys are amazing, bro. Shout out Stephanie Jinx, Kid Cool in the house, KT. Oh man, guys, you guys, bro. I love the trolls. Don't ever for a moment block these guys, I love them, Jocko. Oh man, you guys are amazing, bro. Can I play the stream? Let me see. Let me try this. Can I do this? Is it possible? Let me try this. Can I do this? Is it possible? Let me try this. Can I do this? Is it possible? Let me try this. Can I do this? Is it possible? Yeah, nah, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work, guys. Abort mission. Whole stream is freaking out.
felonies, or there might be something more significant than what we're seeing today, which is really just going to be, let's be honest, symbolic, an acknowledgement that there was a conviction, but really.
Bro, older people do not know how to use the internet. Like, you ever tried explaining to your grandmother how to use WhatsApp or like Instagram? Like, older people generally they're not computer savvy because it's not part of their generation. What are you talking about, bro? Shout out to Flexo. I appreciate you being here, and shout out to North York. Yeah, like, police are kryptonite to my legs. As soon as I am physically touched by a cop, my legs, they start feeling like spaghetti. They don't work too great. But shout out to Flexo, shout out to North York. They're more than welcome here, guys. Don't time them out. Don't ban them. Don't block them. They're welcome here. I'm happy they're here. I appreciate them being here. They could be anywhere in the entire world, the universe. They could be in another galaxy, but they're here with us, so I appreciate them. And I support the First Amendment. Really and truly, 100%. Feel free to talk about my mother, my grandmother. Call me a I'm cool with it. No problems. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, shout out to the bootlickers. Damn, full court. I really want to play that song, but I can't, bro. I can't. Yeah, I'm on this phone, and it's on this phone, so I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Nothing more. And the prosecution, again, going on the record and saying, here are all the ways that we believe that the president thumbed his nose at these proceedings, at the rule of law, saying this is a direct attack on the judicial system. Again, I'm paraphrasing. Right now, it sounds like President Trump's team is responding with, obviously, because they are vigorous defenders, a very different narrative of
all that moving my legs. My legs are in extreme pain right now. I really shouldn't have just did that. My legs are killing me.
what they say happened in the courtroom.
And I believe at this moment the court may be hearing from President-elect Trump for the first time. Some of that commentary being typed out as we speak. I want to let that fall for a moment as we look at what appear to be the first images. President-elect Trump is appearing remotely. We understand from West Palm Beach. You see him there seated next to his attorney, Todd Blanche, who vehemently defended him.
Jojo, thanks for the 10 rubies, Jojo. The link is in Discord. Check out the Discord later. Vira and I has making fun of shorts of you last night. Oh yeah. I think I could download it on this phone. Hold on. I'm gonna download it.
During that 6-week trial in May of 2024. The latest commentary from Trump and his team is that they say this has been a terrible experience and a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system. We'll continue to look at these images. Our team is inside typing out feverishly the commentary between the prosecution, the defense, and the judge as a sentence will officially be levied against Donald Trump, one of unconditional discharge. Let's cross to Weijia Zhang, who is in West Palm Beach, watching all of this in real time with us. Weijia, help us understand who is with Trump, how they're defending him, and what they plan to do next.
So, Errol, I'm also watching in real time as our colleagues type out exactly what Trump is saying right now. He, of course, is with his legal team. He's saying this has been a very terrible experience. I think it's been a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system, which really echoes.
I'm downloading Discord. on this phone right now. I'm gonna check it out.
What he has said, including last night, blaming Judge Marchand for acting in a political way, saying that he is a corrupt judge and that this case should never have been brought. And that's also why he said in a lengthy statement, Errol, last night that he does intend to appeal.
I could look at, on the phone that I'm on over here, I could share the screen and I could look at the Discord. Come on, where's Discord, bro? Oh my god, it's so annoying. It's not cool, guys. That's supposed to be me? Hold on, let me see. It's not cool, Viral. Or Stephanie. Guys, I'm on a second stream, David, New York, and why. I'm over on our Discord checking out what Stephanie, Jinx, and Viral were up to last night. AI is crazy though. That kind of does look like me. Nah, that's cute. That's cute.
Intend to appeal this case, and so
yeah, nah, that's cute. That's
even
cute.
though there will not be a penalty in practice, as we mentioned before, this is something that matters to Trump and his legal team because it will now be on his record for so long. And so we are watching in real time as all of this plays out. We knew that he was likely going to speak, and he is speaking right now. We're waiting for more updates. But again, I
very technically challenged? Really? I don't get that from you, Steph. Jocko left. I don't get that from you, Steph. That was my brother, Jojo. I definitely don't dance like that. Those moves are too quick and too fast for me. It's not my type of dancing.
I just think it's so fascinating that he tried to stop exactly what is happening right now. And we should note that, 2 conservative justices joined 3 liberals in that Supreme Court decision to allow the sentencing to move forward. And that includes one of the justices that he...
Mimiti? What's good, Utah in the house? Shout out to Utah. So
he nominated and appointed, which was Justice Amy Coney Barrett. And so there's a lot.
Yeah, that version of me needs sun. Look at this. Every time, dude, the emotional trauma and PTSD I suffer every time I see my wrist. It's crazy. Look at what they did to me. It's insane. You can't even see because the lighting is bad, but yeah, right there you kind of see. Disgusting. Handcuff. Trump signed on July 4th, 2020. Yeah, I asked you about that before, Jama. What are you referring to? What do you mean? I don't follow what you're saying. I get you're leaning into something, but what is it? Like, can you explain it? I want to know. Like, I genuinely want to know what you mean.
To be said there, because there was an assumption that any justice that he sent to the Supreme Court would somehow be carrying water for him. And this is a huge example of how that is not playing out. You're seeing on your screen now the first quote that we have.
It's cool, Stephanie. The world don't give you no problems, no adversity that you can't handle. You know, hopefully I went through it so a lot of other people don't have to go through it. Definitely 100%. Like, I don't feel scared. I don't feel worried. I feel a different level of purpose than I've ever felt before. Like, I feel up to the task of dealing with this situation and this problem. And I'm going for the neck, the throat, so to speak, legally. I'm up for the challenge. Jim Billy, the topic is everything. World, life, Trump, United States, New York. We get into everything over here, Jim. U.S. Court was illegally formed, and they currently own the nation and the people. I agree with you about this. They do own all of us. That's why ACS, Child Services, could come and take your kids at any point. They say land of the free, but there's literally no place you can go and live in the United States for free. Even if you decide you no longer want to be a part of society, you're tired of paying taxes to this corrupt government, you can't even legally go in the forest and fish and hunt for food legally. You know, there's no place. You're born here, and you can't legally just decide to go on a boat and go somewhere else. Yeah, they demand us to live, pay taxes, work, and die. There's no alternative to it, right? Go to school, get a job, pay taxes, pay taxes, pay taxes, pay taxes until the day you die. And even when you die, they have death tax. And when you want to transfer whatever assets you left to your family, there's a tax on that too. It's just sad. Kenny Howard, I don't believe that's true. Taxes is a scam. It's theft. What are we paying you for? Whatever happened to Mark O'Connor these days, you don't work or pay taxes on government benefits. This guy is full of BS. Center Street's finest triple OG. I can't get a passport because I have one. Really? So you can never leave the United States. I'm sure there's a lot of rappers who've left the country who've had felonies. I gotta look into that, Kenny. I don't think that stops you from leaving the United States. Maybe there's some countries that won't allow you in to their country, but like Canada is one of those. I mean, and it isn't the agenda to divide the middle class either, and a tip or class that fully depends on the government or the one that owns government. Again, it's just crazy. It's sad that we live in the land of the free where you cannot, you can't come to Canada. That's the only factual thing you said, North York. It's the only factual thing you said this whole stream. So I want to take a moment and give a round of applause to you. Finally, you said something factual. I appreciate you. Again, I love you being here, whether you decide to be factual or not. But yeah, Canada's very strict when it comes to Americans trying to enter. Even my beard, I'm growing my beard out. It's the winter time. We're getting prepared for battle. I'll clean it up eventually and shave it down, make it look nice and neat. But yeah, we're going all out. I don't know what Americans want to do in Canada in the first place. Imagine one of these internet thugs makes sense for once. I mean, he did finally make sense. I'll give him that.
From the president-elect calling this a terrible experience. And so the next step again is for his team to appeal the verdict, to appeal this case, and that is the other reason why the Supreme Court allowed this to continue. They said he has all the tools that any defendant would have to try to appeal, Errol.
That's exactly right. And Weija, with our team of reporters inside the courtroom sharing details from President-elect Trump's ongoing statements, we can also share that he is saying things in the courtroom that are similar to what we've heard him say outside. He says he was indicted for things, and it's incredible to have been indicted for certain things. He says he was indicted for business records. He's calling this a political witch hunt. He believes this entire trial was done to damage his reputation so that he would lose the 2024 election. Those comments coming from Trump in just the last few moments. He also, in this statement, said it was a case that Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg did not want to bring, according to Trump. He's also citing legal scholars who did not believe that he should have been charged for the accusations that he was ultimately found guilty of. And he's citing so-called experts like Jonathan Turley and people who have appeared on news networks, including Alan Dershowitz. This is unfolding in real time. President-elect Donald Trump appearing virtually in a New York courthouse as he is facing sentencing after being found guilty on 34 criminal counts of falsifying business records in May of 2024. I'm Errol Barnett at the CBS Broadcast Center in New York. Weija Zhang has...
Let's see what's going on here. You're going to be able to travel there soon as it becomes the 51st, 52nd, 53rd, and 54th states. You think Trump going to make things better for the U.S.? Economically, Jim, to be specific, economically, I think things... I don't want to say greatly better, but I anticipate the U.S. dollar going up, which anybody who's new to the channel may not be well aware, but I do a lot of things internationally, and I myself travel a lot internationally, and in the past couple years, the U.S. dollar has taken a steep decline. You're getting a lot less money for your dollar. So, economically, that's what I'm anticipating. I don't know about anything else, but economically. Jim, he did it once before. Joe just can't leave this man alone. He won the election. What the F? Yeah, Michael. Illuminate is being revealed and brought down. Illuminati is being revealed and brought down.
Been giving us an update from West Palm Beach, and Jessica Levinson, our legal contributor, has been helping us understand what this all means as well. And we understand that as soon as an audio recording of what's unfolding in the courthouse is made available, we will bring that to you live. No matter how you slice it, this is a historic day in the United States, having never before seen a president-elect in such a circumstance, a former president, and someone who now is at the head of the Republican Party. His party will have majorities in Congress and will shape American policy for the next 4 years at least. A remarkable moment that Donald Trump, not just a convicted felon, but in the next few moments will be facing sentencing. Just taking a moment to see the latest information that's being shared with us, and it appears that they continue to provide details on both sides. And just a reset for our viewers, it is now 10 a.m. here on the East Coast in New York City. I'm Errol Barnett at the CBS Broadcast Center, bringing you this breaking news. President-elect Donald Trump now facing sentencing. for his criminal trial in New York City. He's appearing virtually. You see those images on your screen alongside his lawyer, Todd Blanche. And Trump has repeated some of the things that he had said privately, that this is a witch hunt and that he shouldn't have faced these charges in the first place. He does intend to appeal. That does it for me for now. My colleague Vladimir Duthier continues our coverage.
Errol, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. As you all have been following right along with Errol, President-elect Donald Trump is being sentenced in his New York criminal conviction. Last night, the Supreme Court refused to stop the sentencing. Judge Juan Merchan has already signaled that Trump will not face jail time or probation. Regardless of the outcome, the president-elect will become the first president convicted of a felony. I want to bring in Jessica Levinson for more on this. She's a CBS News legal contributor and a professor at Loyola Law School. Jessica, what do we expect? I mean, given that there will be no penalties, what do you expect to hear from the judge?
Maybe an explanation again of why there will be no penalties. And let's be honest that President Trump's legal team has been incredibly successful in pushing the sentencing to this point. They, of course, did request the delay and pushing it to the point where it is not practicable to have any sentence other than what we're going to see here, which is an unconditional release. Vlad, you know this. This is the proverbial slap on the wrist. It is symbolic. It is an acknowledgement that there was a conviction.
Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn order, brother. Shout out to you. Sup, how you doing today, brother? Hope you're doing good. Damn, the chat moved quick. Deep State. It's Michael, not Michael. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York. Guys back in action. When Gotham needed them the most, came back out. Shout out Brooklyn. It's a witch hunt. Miguel, completely agree. How you doing? Doing good today, Brooklyn. I seen videos of people who were middle-class families that went broke when he was president. And remember, Mario, it's about the money. It's about the money, honey. I don't care who he likes, who he don't like. I want my money to mean something. The money that I work for and put in life hours, time of my life spent on earth. I want more money for the time that I've spent. I don't want to work for dollars that are just crashing. The value of dollars are falling. Inflation is rising. If we haven't entered a recession yet, we're going into one. Like, that's what I care about. I don't care who he likes or doesn't like. Until pitchforks come out, it ain't getting better, says Harmony. I Hearted, doing great. Brooklyn, how are you? Nothing is going to happen to this Mama Luke. He's going to get a fine, probation, all government gets away with. Look at Biden and his son, true Brooklyn. 4 more years of lies by Trump. You didn't see 4 years of lies with Biden? That's your president in the best country in the world? I'm in Mexico. Okay, Mario. Stephanie. Oh, you're working, Brooklyn? Yeah, man, Brooklyn, bro. We need the freaking Avengers, bro, to take down this city. Americans have been lied to. We are not a democracy. We are and always have been a constitutional republic, says Jamo. Jamo spitting facts. Stephanie says, Jesus loves a working man. True that. USA is a business. I completely agree with that, Brooklyn. Dollar has already fallen. That's what I'm saying. But if he could raise it up a little. And for those that don't know, Mama Luke is a moron. Yeah, they try to flip everything to a bad thing, Brooklyn. Mario Hernandez says, why do you have too many bums in your streets? Bro, I've been to Mexico, Mario. I've been there. I've lived in Mexico for a couple months. There are bums on the street in Mexico. In beautiful Cancun, so. Yo, bro, I'm working and around the corner from Midtown North. Trying to leave work before 3, the shift change. We gotta set something up, Brooklyn. I'm getting antsy. I don't know how long I could just stay in the house or in the store, and it's getting to be a little too much. I need to be outside. I love it out there in Mexico too, Maria.
And it is essentially no more. Unconditional means that. No conditions, no strings attached. The president will not have to obviously serve any jail time, check in with a probationary officer. And what we can expect is essentially for the judge to say, I heard the prosecution, I heard the defense, here is why I'm handing down this particular sentence. Some judges like to give their reasoning from the bench more than others, given the historic moment. It will be interesting to see how much of his reasoning Judge Merchan wants to provide to all of us.
And just, I guess the question for a lot of people, Jessica, will be, what could that reasoning possibly be? Is it a political one? Is it a legal one? What do you think?
Well, I think it's an acknowledgement of reality, and maybe there's a better way of phrasing that, but it's an acknowledgement that this defendant is about to occupy the Oval Office, is about to be the head of the executive branch. It's January 10th. The inauguration is January 20th, and we are here for a variety of different reasons, but the idea that you could put the president behind bars, the idea that you could put any sort of serious conditions on the head of the executive branch, I think raises some significant practical and legal questions. President Trump's legal team has brought the legal theory that this sentencing alone could interfere with the president's ability to take care to faithfully execute the laws. That's the language from the Constitution, as you know, Vlad. So anything more than this symbolic sentence, and I think you have a more significant argument that there would be potentially some interference with the president's ability to do his job. Vlad, I know you know this, when it comes to questions of presidential immunity, we do wrap a bubble around the president. And I'm not just talking about the Supreme Court decision from last term. I'm talking about all the way back to the Nixon administration, where there's an acknowledgement that, yes, no person is above the law, but actually the president of the United States, we need to essentially protectively bubble wrap them so they can do what they need to do. And I think that's what part of what we might hear from the judge today.
Yeah, so that's an interesting question, because I was thinking as I was listening to you that would this mean that there is a legal precedent for someone else, an ordinary American?
What we got going here? If you guys are so good, I've been out here 14 years, bro. Mexico's beautiful, and Mexican people are beautiful. Every time I ever spend time in Mexico, people open their doors to their homes to me unconditionally. Everything's a party. Great people, Mexican people. I have no issue. I have a love and an admiration for the Mexican people, but to say there's no homeless or people on the streets in Mexico, that's a lie. I've been to Mexico City and I've been to Cancun. It's not true. Brooklyn, you are correct. U.S. Corp is a business that was illegally formed. Funny thing is, they stole America from Britain, England, whatever, for being corrupt and unjust. And then they did and implemented the same practices that Britain, England, the Redcoats did. It's just mind-blowing, right? The times are changing. This country is finally for the people. So you're happy with the new president? It's a woman, right? It's a female. So things have been getting progressively better with her. That's a good thing. Hello from Russia. What's up? Trump plans to make America great again. Specifically, he plans to remove the deep state and reclaim our nation and freedom, says Jamo. They have no interest in putting Trump in jail anymore because it didn't have the effect. Yeah, they were looking to mess with the election. It didn't work, so abort mission, essentially, right? We all see it kind of the same way. Allegedly. That's just my outlook. It's my opinion. It's not a fact. I don't have any special information or inside information or facts. It's just our opinion reacting to the news.
Citizen who has been convicted of a crime. To right now, there are restrictions in some states on who can do what when you have a criminal conviction on your record. They range from employment to a variety of different things that you cannot do if you have a criminal record. I wonder if there's a way to use to make a legal argument that if the president of the United States, which by the way, the founding fathers, as you know, wanted the presidency. The president is the commander-in-chief is a civilian. In other words, he is an ordinary citizen, yes, tasked with enormous power, but still a citizen, not a military leader, not a monarch. So I wonder if there's a way to suggest that if I have a criminal record for something, that I should use what the precedent is being set here with President-elect Trump.
If I ever find myself on the wrong side of the law, I think I want you as my attorney, because I love the idea that we could potentially use this as an argument for other people. What I would say is, as somebody who teaches all those presidential immunity and all the executive privilege cases, I think this really...
Regardless of who is president, they are all effing rats. All corrupt no matter what. But I'm sorry, I'd rather Trump than this broad. 100%. 100%, Brooklyn. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care if you're black, white, straight, crooked, LGBTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G plus. What are you gonna do for me? And I don't care about your power. Like, make the dollar strong so I could do what I need with my money to set my life up in the fashion and the order I want it. That's all I care about. Yeah, I'll be at yoga class tomorrow, Gary. I'm gonna be wearing my Speedo. We revolted again. We took this country from the Indians. We revolted against England and formed our nation based on freedom. Yeah, that lady would have drove us into the ground. Literally. Drill, baby, drill. Trump back. Big Trump back.
Is confined to the president. It doesn't mean that smart lawyers won't try and make the argument that you have laid out today. It means that when it comes to all of those other people who cannot do things, who restrictions are put on them by virtue of the convictions, we're basically okay with that. You're exactly right that there was a fear when it came to the founding fathers of giving the president, and frankly anyone else, too much power, right? That's why we have three branches. That's why in other Western democracies, there's two branches. We dispersed power because we feared the concentration of power. Having said that, again, go back to the Nixon administration, go back to the Watergate tapes cases, go back to another case where President Nixon was essentially sued for wrongful termination. And you'll see the Supreme Court saying over and over again, it's something about the president. We need to protect him because unlike a member of Congress, he is really acting alone in many cases, and we can't have him distracted. We can't have his ability to do his job undermined. So that's ultimately where I would come down on this, the constitutional question that you raise.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And the judge just now, Jessica, while you were speaking, has said this, and I'm quoting here, it is the legal protections afforded to the office of the President of the United States that are extraordinary, not the occupant of the office. So break that. It's essentially what...
Yeah, I'm feeling Jomo's energy, bro. I'm feeling your energy. I like you. Hopefully you're not a cop. Welcome Jamo to the Wrench Gang. I like what you spit, and just be careful. You know, YouTube is a little wild sometimes. They don't like too much truth. You gotta give them truth in doses. You gotta watch the level of dose you give them. But welcome Jamo to the Wrench Gang. I like your energy, brother. Haven't told a lie yet. They might have tried to sneak a couple cops in here right now. But welcome to the Range Gang, Jomo.
Judge Merchan is saying is sort of what you just broke down for us.
This is something that you...
Eagles, Rhino. Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly, bro. Tomorrow. We got a game coming at 4:30 today, right? Man, what am I going to eat? Oh, my God. Why are they showing my notifications? I put it on Do Not Disturb. NYPD, what did you guys do to my phone, bro? I gotta get a new phone. I gotta activate my insurance, and I'm still gonna take you guys to court for the phone. But guys, why, like, my phone don't work correctly no more? What is this? Look, Do Not Disturb is on, right? Look, let's take a look. Do Not Disturb, it's on right there. It's already clicked. Boom. Turn it off, turn it on again. Why are notifications coming through? You guys really messed up my phone, NYPD. You really messed it up. You went into it illegally. You weren't supposed to open my phone. You did it, and now there's this tremendous amount of issues with both of these phones. Nah, I appreciate you, Jomo. You've been dope. Oh, you going for Buffalo, Brooklyn? Well, we wouldn't see each other until the Super Bowl, so it's gonna be KC versus Eagles or Detroit. Detroit is banged up, bro. My Eagles gonna take this. You gotta do a master reset, bro. The cops after phone. Yeah, I might need to do a factory reset. You're right about that. I might need to do not just reset it, but factory reset it. You might be right about that, BK. Fresh out the Marine boot camp. Don't peek. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for your service. Nah, bro, they're not supposed to go in your phone without a warrant. They went in my phone and they listed it. My phone is locked. It's essentially like a glove compartment. You can't open something that's locked in any capacity. I don't think people have ever challenged it before, but I'm 100%. You can't go on my phone and get my IME number if it's locked. It would be different if my phone was open, but you literally need to put a key into it to open it, and they listed it on the property. I was smart enough to keep my property vouchers. They always want to take it from you. I got them all here. Every time they've never opened my phone, but the last 2 times, they opened my phone and took my IME number. My phone is locked. You can't open it without a key. So they took it out of the phone case. I don't even know what they used to open it, because again, it's locked. I have the key to open my phone. But they listed my IME number. Yeah, my baby called me. Damn, what time is it? Sorry, babe. Damn. Sorry, babe. I love you. I'll call you. Call you when I'm done. Damn. Can't even make any phone calls on this phone. Both the phones I need to make a phone call are both the phones I'm using. Oh, man. Yeah, Brooklyn, but I'm presenting it as what it is, bro. My phone is locked. You know what I mean? If something's locked and you unlock it, it's breaking and entering. Like, it's locked. It requires a key in order to open it. If you go on my phone without my permission when it's locked, you're breaking the law. So that's how I'm approaching it. There's no way they should have my IME number. And not only did they do it, they opened it and they put it on the sheet of property. Like, you're not supposed to go on my phone for any reason.
hear from lawyers and judges a lot, which is when it comes to protecting the president, it is not protecting Barack Obama or Joe Biden or Donald Trump. It is protecting whoever is in the Oval Office because they serve us. And it's in part why there's this.
Bro, when did the NYPD play by the rules? I know, Brooklyn. Believe me, I know. But I don't think anybody's ever brought this out or presented it to like New York court. So I'm gonna hold them accountable for this. Like, they can't say that they didn't go on the phone because they listed it on the property. You have the phone. The phone is in a phone case, so you take it out the phone case. First off, one of my screens, the Samsung phone, you guys cracked the screen on a Samsung phone. You took it out of the case. Now the screen is cracked, and then you open the phone. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but we're gonna change that up. We're gonna make sure you guys never do that to anybody ever again in your lives. We're bringing that to court. Like, I don't think anybody's ever realized. And the thing is, you put it on a sheet of paper. You open my phone. There's no way for you to get inside of it without unlocking it, and you did that. And you didn't have a warrant. They're gonna lie. They can't lie, Brooklyn. They can't lie. I have it. Let me see it. Let me show it to you guys. I have it. I'm gonna block out the IME number. But look right there, guys. Look right there. Samsung IME number. The IME number is listed right here. White Samsung, blah, 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 defaced. Who defaced it? You guys defaced it. All my phones are in a phone case like this. And you see right there where they broke the bottom. There's a crack in the corner right there of the phone case, right? All my phones are in phone cases. How is the phone defaced if it's in a phone case? But right there, nobody ever challenges these things. Samsung IME. The IME is locked. My phone is in a phone case. It's locked in a cartridge that you can't open without a key. You went into my phone and got the IME number. So probably you're tracking my phone. Then the Google phone right here, there's no IME for that phone. So they didn't enter on it. And they said it's damaged and defaced. How is it damaged in the face? All my phones are in phone cases. Look at the phone case. You guys mess with the wrong one. The wrong one. The wrong one. Got a stack of papers, guys. I got legal docs. Legal docs for days. Boom, 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 boom. This is like 10 trees right here. Unfortunately, 10 trees that had to lose their lives for me to get my just due. And I got another folder over there. I got another folder down here. I'm not messing around. I'm not messing around. You guys thought it was just YouTube fun, NYPD. You thought I was just streaming for shits and giggles. This dog's gonna have their day in court. I'm not fucking around. This ain't fun for me. This is life for me. See, that's the difference. It's a job for you guys. You guys are doing a job. I'm living my life. This is life for me. It's not a job. It's not a joke. This is life. You're doing a job. I'm doing life. We got suits coming up the gazoo. Complaints. I don't know why NYPD Internal Affairs keeps calling me. I don't know why CCRB keeps calling me. You guys work with the NYPD. Until the case is done, like, I want to hold them accountable with you guys, but until the case is done, you guys report like you guys are part of the same gang. I'm not talking to you guys. We'll have a conversation once everything's wrapped up nice and neat in a bow, but yeah, I'm not playing around. This isn't just YouTube or stream or fun for me. Like, this is a job for you guys. This is my life. I'm dead serious about this.
Division between the Office of Legal Counsel and a president's personal attorneys, for instance, where you see Judge Merchan saying and having to acknowledge that he is looking at a defendant who is about to, again, be head of the executive branch. He is looking at a defendant who will enjoy many protections that, Vlad, you and I do not, by virtue of that fact. And so he's saying clearly, this isn't about protecting a private individual. It's about protecting that office. And it is a clear and, I think, important statement from the judge.
So, Jessica, just stand by. We're going to continue our discussion, but we expect a CBS News special report will take place because the judge has just wrapped up, Jessica. And so I may end up cutting you off, or I may end up cutting myself off once that special report comes to air. But again, it does seem, and I think this is an interesting point that you're making and the judge is reinforcing, which is that I think when people talk about what has happened to the president-elect, they always...
Evelyn says, don't talk to nobody. It's a pyramid. They all work together. I know that. Shout out to the beautiful Stephanie Jinx. You're a gorgeous soul. I'm grateful for you. I'm thankful for you, just Stephanie. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, definitely a pyramid. Definitely a pyramid. You're all part of the same gang.
Reference it in terms of the man, the individual. Well, President-elect Donald Trump got away with it, or he is not being held accountable for his actions. And in this case, and in the way that you've described it, and what the judge appears to be also suggesting, is you have to distance the office of the presidency from the individual.
Well,
you cannot distance the office of the presidency, the establishment, the institution. It's literally like saying, listen, the Institute of the United States of America, it doesn't matter if this person is involved in trafficking of other people. It doesn't matter if this person was a pimp. We need to completely ignore that and allow them to govern the establishment, the corporation of the United States. How many see Donald Sterling from the NBA Clippers, the CEO, the founder of Papa John's? He lost his entire company for what he said, which I don't care if he likes black people or not. We live in America. He's allowed to say whatever he wants to say out of his mouth. The man lost his entire corporation off of words. He created a company and he lost his entire... He couldn't be allowed to be the representative of Papa John's anymore. He completely lost what he made. He made this. And you're sitting here and you're telling us to separate the president, the individual person who's the president, from the establishment and the foundation of the governor of the United States, the institution. It doesn't make any logical sense. You're contradicting yourself.
That's right. And I mean, this is a situation where I was just struck by the fact that if you listen to the prosecution and then listen to the defense and the very different narratives that they tell about this case, that's essentially how we see a lot of things in America in 2025 now.
Yeah.
And I understand we're going to special report.
We are, Jessica. Thank you very, very much for your time as always. As we just indicated, the judge has ruled unconditional discharge for President-elect in New York. Stand by for CBS News special report.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and we are coming on the air as President-elect Donald Trump is sentenced in the so-called hush money case. The judge just sentenced Trump to an additional discharge for his 34 felonies, unanimously decided by a New York jury. And it's an unconditional discharge, to be clear. Trump spoke virtually from his Mar-a-Lago resort saying, quote, "This has been a very terrible experience. I think it has been a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system." He later added, "The fact is, I'm totally innocent. I did nothing wrong." Now, just as a reminder, the president-elect was convicted in May of last year on charges related to payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. That was all up in the lead up to the 2016 election. This today formalizes Trump's status as a convicted felon and makes him the first to carry that title into the White House. Trump and his lawyers had tried tirelessly to delay today's proceedings, taking their appeal all the way to the Supreme Court. Then we heard from the Supreme Court last night, and they ruled in a 5-4 decision that the sentencing could take place today, including 2 of the conservative justices siding with 3 in the liberal wing of the Supreme Court. I want to bring in our congressional correspondent, Scott McFarland. And Scott, what does unconditional discharge mean?
It means this case is over. It has been wrapped up. That's the final chapter in this story. And what the judge says in explaining the unconditional discharge is that a prison sentence or a further sentence would serve no practical purpose. It wouldn't do any good. That's the type of thing, Nora, we'd see when there's a major health concern for a defendant or a geriatric defendant, somebody who couldn't be reasonably put in prison or put on probation and serve any ends.
I want to bring in our chief election campaign correspondent, Robert Costa. Trump appearing virtually from Mar-a-Lago and once again strongly defending himself.
He did strongly defend himself, Nora, but we see from the president-elect defiance at this moment and disregard for the criminal conviction. He will continue to appeal it. He's unhappy with the Supreme Court, but there is a sense, based on my reporting inside Trump's inner circle, that this conviction and this unconditional sentencing will not be a burden on his presidency once he takes office later this month.
I bring in CBS News legal contributor and criminal defense attorney Caroline Polisi. She is with us. And Caroline, I just want to point out what the prosecutor said heading into this. His name is Joshua Steinglust. He blasted Trump before this sentencing, saying that rather than expressing any remorse for his criminal acts, that Trump has spread disdain for our institutions and the rule of the law. He said the defendant has caused enduring damage to public perception of the criminal justice system and placed officers of the court in harm's way. The president's attorney responding, "I very, very much disagree." So, Caroline, I do want to ask you, what does this mean, though, in terms of the legal precedent, if any, that it sets?
Yeah, that's right, Nora. In a lot of ways, this was just a procedural bookend and really some legal theater, in that it is very rare for both the prosecution and the defense to know in advance of sentencing that the sentence will be an...
Guys, this sucks, man. It's unfortunate that I gotta kind of be stuck in. I got a stream like this. As you guys know, I love walking around the city. What's up, GGA? You guys know I love walking around the city, seeing what's going on, being interactive with the environment, but as you know, the false labels, the false situations that I've been charged with, if I go outside and I get into any altercation of any kind, there's a very high chance and high risk of me being sent back to Rikers Island. So that is why, for the time being, we're going to be indoors, inside. We're just moving smarter. Nobody's afraid to go outside. Nobody's scared to go outside. These situations haven't discouraged me. If anything, they've lit a fire under me, and I'm going to be going harder than ever. But it's about moving smarter, being precise, being strategic, moving intelligently, intellectually, having a plan. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to jump because of clueless Diablo. We are all sheep. Okay. Trump 2025, illegal aliens, you better be self-deporting. But yeah, guys, I'm just, I would love to, like, I get the itch. Sometimes I'm like, just F it, let's do it. But I gotta be smart. I gotta move strategically during this time, and we're gonna be victorious. I'm not worried. I don't see any way possible a court could look at all the facts, what I've gathered, not just the streams, but CCTV footage. We're gonna bury this Tommy boy the cop. We're coming for his badge. We're holding him accountable, his precinct. Jenkinson, if he doesn't do the right thing, we're coming for his head. His high top fade is getting it too. We're giving him a nice baldy legally. We're holding everybody accountable for everything. Whoever went into my phone, you're being held accountable to every single thing. Trump won again. Yes, sir, David Todd. Trump won again.
Unconditional
All he does is win, win, win. He needs to start coming out to that song.
discharge, which essentially is exactly what it sounds like. It's not even a slap on the wrist. There's no jail time, obviously, but no fines, no conditions, no restitution, no, community service, even nothing being imposed here. And so really you saw the prosecutor Steinglass just getting on the record Trump's disdain for the rule of law. But, we talk a lot about whether or not Trump is above the law. And I think today really solidified the fact that he is, in that the Supreme Court enshrined this idea of presidential immunity. We talked when he was convicted in this case. We were debating whether or not jail time would be imposed, but I don't think anybody thought that there would be this unconditional discharge after he was elected. All of a sudden, this is what is happening. And so, as noted, this case is not over. He will continue to exercise his appellate rights.
Caroline, I have to ask you, because Judge Merchan, in issuing that unconditional discharge, said he does that because he has to do it without encroaching on the highest post in the land. Does that negate at all that the president-elect now becomes the only president to have been sentenced on criminal charges?
Yeah, look, it's a huge deal symbolically. This was a win for the Manhattan DA's office, but in a lot of senses, it was a Pyrrhic victory. Look, one hallmark of the criminal justice system is retribution, and that was not done here. However, for now, at least, his conviction is sort of enshrined procedurally. He will remain a convicted felon while in office. There's nothing that bars him from holding office while being a convicted felon. And again, I think the headline that SCOTUS refused to stop this proceeding today, the lead there really is that it was a 5-4 decision, and they indicated that these issues, these evidentiary issues regarding potential presidential immunity could and potentially would be taken up on appeal. So signaling there that, they were open potentially to the fact of reviewing this case and certainly could get back to the Supreme Court.
That's a really interesting and important point. Caroline, I want to bring in CBS's Katrina Kaufman. She has followed this trial in its entirety. She was inside the courthouse today. Now she's outside the courthouse for us. And give us some of the color of what we saw inside.
Nora, it's great to join you. It was such a unique experience in there because the courtroom was filled with all of the familiar faces of the court reporters, of the sketch artists, but Trump and his attorney, Todd Blanche, were presented on a screen to us. One of his attorneys, Emil Bovee, was in the courtroom, but this was an allowance that they made for Donald Trump, also to lessen the burden of the sentencing on him. It played a role in the Supreme Court, even even allowing this to move forward. It was also remarkable to hear Trump speak on his own behalf, but in such a different way than you would normally hear a defendant speak at his own criminal trial. Usually that's to express remorse, to try to explain their actions. Trump sat there and really just defended himself, continued to proclaim his innocence and the injustice of this trial.
Katrina Kaufman, thank you, and Robert Costa. This is still a truly unprecedented, historic-making moment because the president-elect is going to be inaugurated just 10 days from now. And even though it was virtual, he was in a courtroom today.
So while this procedure today can seem like a bit of a whimper, not a bang, legally speaking, historically, it is so notable. Just think, Nora, months ago, I was speaking with you. I was at the courtroom when then former President Trump was sentenced in New York in late May. He was at his political bottom. He looked like he was not going to win the presidency. People inside the Republican Party said we now have a convict who's going to be our nominee at the convention. It looked bleaker than ever for Trump. Now here we are in January 2025. Scott has done such great work on the January 6th investigations at the federal level. That has fallen away for the most part. Not moving forward with prosecution. Same when it comes to classified records. And Trump, instead of losing the election in the wake of a conviction, is now the president-elect of the United States, has declared he has a mandate and has Republican majorities on Capitol Hill. Such a turnaround in American history in less than a year.
But Scott, this is not the end of the president's legal troubles or reporting or reports coming out about his legal troubles, right?
By the end of the day today, we could get the final report of what Special Counsel Jack Smith found in his investigation of efforts to overturn the 2020 elections. An appeals court in Atlanta could free up the Attorney General to release that today. Many people have been interested in reading what Jack Smith found, perhaps more than what he put in his charging documents. And Nora, one footnote, the defense attorney for Donald Trump today in that virtual hearing was Todd Blanche. That is going to be Donald Trump's nominee to be the number 2 official at the Justice Department beginning this year.
And that is a very crucial post at the Attorney General's office and in the Justice Department. Thank you, Robert.
What's going on in the chat? Hi, brother. Just Google the World Economic Forum. They want to stop all freedom in this world. And it would have put a new world order on us in this world, and that's total control. I don't disagree with anything you just said there. Trump gets a felony, no jail. You get false charge on violations and bullcrap, misdemeanor, go to jail. Rikers Island, to be exact. Violation of Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution. Benito, I completely agree. Completely agree with you, brother. Thank you for that. Stefan died from England. What am I eat today? I don't know. I have no idea.
Costa, Scott McFarlane, also to Caroline Polisi and Katrina Kaufman. Our coverage will continue on CBS News 24/7, your local news, and then tonight on the CBS Evening News. This has been a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell.
Folks, you've been watching a CBS News special report anchored by CBS Evening News and anchor, managing editor of the Evening News, Nora O'Donnell. If you're just joining us, Judge Juan Merchan has ruled an unconditional discharge in the New York hush money criminal trial of President-elect Donald Trump. I want to bring in Jessica Levinson for more on this. She's a CBS News legal contributor and a professor at Loyola Law School. So, Jessica, the judge said it is the legal protections afforded to the office of the president that are extraordinary, not the occupant of the office. Your take on what we just saw in New York City?
I think what we just saw is a judge acknowledging reality, that he is not facing any criminal defendant or convicted criminal. In fact, he is facing the former and, more importantly, future president of the United States. And Vlad, as we've been talking about, that is a person who, by virtue of the office that they inhabit, not by virtue of who they are, but by virtue of their job, they enjoy protections. They enjoy protections from being sued civilly for official conduct. They enjoy protections from criminal liability for criminal liability for official conduct. And what we're seeing here is, of course, that extends to any real potential sentence. That the judge is not going to say, I will be the person who puts strings and restrictions on the occupant of the Oval Office. Again, because of how our Constitution is structured, because of all of that case law indicating that we need to protect the office of the presidency.
So Jessica, stand by. I want to bring in CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. She's in West Palm Beach. I know this just happened, Weijia, but are you hearing any indication that we will expect to hear from the president-elect today on what just transpired in a New York City courtroom?
Vlad, you're right that it just wrapped up, and we did hear from Trump inside that proceeding. As for whether he'll make remarks today, you just never know when you're talking about Trump, and he could very well feel like adding more to what he said inside the courtroom, because we know this has been hanging over him. In fact, he made remarks about it last night, trying to downplay the sentencing, saying that he actually agreed with the Supreme Court's decision not to block the sentencing, because he says the justices mentioned that he could appeal, which is exactly what he plans to do. But he also said that, he's going to go and do his, quote, little thing today, meaning show up during the proceeding, and that his political opponent, Marchand in this case, the judge, would be able to have, quote, fun with him. And so he tried to brush it off in his words, Vlad, but his actions, of course, spoke much louder, because he did try to stop this sentencing from happening, because even though he doesn't have to pay a penalty, this does now solidify him as a convicted felon. This will now be part of his criminal record forever. And so when he talked about appealing, he said he would do it. And he said that even though he doesn't have to pay any consequences or penalties, he's doing it, quote, psychologically, Vlad. So it's really interesting that he spoke about this last night and used that word to describe why he is going to contest this, because he knows in his mind that he is a convict. And so as to answer your original question, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we did hear more from President-elect Trump today here in West Palm Beach.
All right, Weijia Jiang for us, reporting from West Palm Beach. Thank you, Weijia, as always. We appreciate you. Let's bring in CBS News political reporter and attorney Katrina Kaufman, who's joining me now from outside that courthouse in New York City. You were sitting in the courtroom. Katrina, give us some color. What'd you see? What'd you hear?
Hi, Vlad. Great to be with you. It was a very different atmosphere in that courtroom today. You could almost feel how much more relaxed it was without the anticipation of Trump's arrival. But there were still all of the courtroom reporters there, the sketch artists. There was the usual photography spray, but this time they were shooting the screen with Trump and his attorney, Todd Blanche, on it. As you can see in that photo, they were sitting with American flags behind them. And Trump only seemed semi-interested during all this. He was looking down quite a bit, but then, really perked up when he heard the prosecution talking about the charges against him. And there really just was a gravity, though, to hearing Justice Marchand proclaim this sentence and also really imply that he would have wanted to impose a...
David, I'm typing in your other channel. It doesn't come up. I see the last thing that you typed was like laughing emojis with the tears. Laughing emojis with the tears. Stephanie Jinx said KT type again. KT with the correction star. Thank you for dropping Twitter, Stephanie. Yeah, Jamo, David, everything's the same. Stephanie just dropped it. David Newyork, NYC, on all platforms, every platform imaginable. I'm even on VK, even though I'm not David Newyork. I gotta change that, but I'm even on a Russian Facebook, David Newyork. To look for it on YouTube for new people to find it. On King David. David as in King David. Appreciate you. 0 subs, 0 vids. Sorry guys, I'm just setting up a lot of things over here. NYPD, this is the phone you want. All the good stuff stays in this phone. These two phones, the work I'm involved in, I expect you guys to gain possession of these phones. You could watch all the tranny porn I have on the video on both these phones. You guys are more than welcome to watch them when you confiscate them. There's nothing on these phones. There's nothing on them. But the fact that you illegally went into them, that's the problem. There's nothing. I carry these. These are expected that you dirtbag, corrupt piggies are gonna go through them. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in there. It's this one, right here, right here, right here. This is the one you want.
Harsher sentence on Donald Trump if it wasn't for the strictures of the presidency, the office that Rashawn said Trump is about to occupy. But he really emphasized that what's extraordinary is the protections that are afforded.
Send me something on Discord. I'll look at it, Stephanie. I feel like it. Google Lookout, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's the app? So this app right here, this one here, Lookout. Show you guys over here at the Lookout. You download that app and you're able, it scans your phone to see if there's any funny business. I can't even use that app on both these phones for some weird reason. I tried to download it, get it up and running. It's saying like system error, you can't use it. So that's funny, right? That's pretty strange. That's odd. All of a sudden I can't sign into it. Who should be in prison? Trump? I'm gonna look into it, Joe. Steph. I'm gonna look into it because my phone is acting. Both of these phones, these two phones I'm on, act completely bonkers, completely crazy. Nah, I haven't looked at every app, but the phone just acts. I don't know if it's due to it being dropped. They took it out the bag. They took it out the cases and was just swinging it around in the bag. One of the screens are cracked. This one, like, the functioning is just completely off. But yeah, I gotta have them scanned. I gotta go to Google to have the Google phone scanned. I gotta go to Samsung to have the Samsung phone scanned, and then I gotta activate my insurance to have both the phones scanned independently by this company that does that. But I hope they did it. I hope they did that. I hope that they did that. What it seems apparently that they did, I hope they did it so we can hold them accountable. Show even further corruption in the NYPD.
That office, not the occupant, he said.
Yeah, and so the question, of course, going forward is just sort of what this will mean larger, a bigger picture, Katrina, as an attorney, the idea that a president of the United States is now also a convicted felon. I know that we've normalized the president-elect over the course of the last 8 years, but this is really extraordinary. And we often use the word unprecedented, but this is unprecedented.
I mean, it really is, Vlad, in every way. And, what's extraordinary is that there are many jobs and things that a convicted felon cannot do in the United States, but we now have one who is going to be.
That was one of the red flags, was the phone acting crazy, like rebooting, running hot, draining batteries, green dot at the top of the screen. 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 It is what it is. It is what it is. Hi there, handsome. It is what it is. I don't do anything illegal. They want to track me. But when we prove it, if it's happening, we're gonna be holding some people accountable. We're gonna be holding some people accountable. Both of them have, but yeah, it's cool. Let them do what they do.
Leading our country, even though a jury verdict had come in from this trial with these 34 counts finding Trump guilty, the American people still decided to elect him president. And what the sentencing does is it's a note of finality, branding him as a convicted felon just 10 days before inauguration.
All right, Katrina Kaufman, we appreciate you as always, my friend. Jessica Levinson, Weijia Jiang, all of you who've been contributing to our coverage of this extraordinary day in a New York City courtroom. Thank you all very much. I want to let our viewers know that we're also going to be getting audio from the courtroom soon, and we're going to bring that to you as soon as it comes in. Meanwhile, some other news to get to, including the stories that we've been following all day. This will include analysis on America Decides and the Daily Report, which you can catch now on Fridays. Did you know that, Ryan? I did. You can find it on Fridays now. America Decides is on at 5 p.m. Eastern, and the Daily Report starts at 6 Eastern. Okay, back to the news that we've been tracking all week. The apocalyptic scenes coming to us from Los Angeles as residents survey the damage left behind from several wildfires. But the threat is far from over as crews still struggle to contain the flames. We are live on the ground. You're streaming CBS News 24/7.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back a little bit later. I want to get something to eat. I haven't eaten yet. Just had my coffee. I have access to my microphone and camera. If they want to watch me whack off and hear me at the end climax, it's cool. It's cool. It's fine with me. I'm gonna look at his stuff. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be back a little bit later. Yeah, I'll be back later for sure, 100%. It's still early. 2 p.m. The football games, man. The football games are gonna be on. Maybe after the football games. After the football games are done, I want to see Lamar. I don't really care about, the Texans versus the Chargers, but I want to see Lamar. I want to see that game. Lamar's always fumbling. Did you get the $10 that I sent you yesterday? No, Jojo. Where did you send it? On YouTube? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything, Joe. Cash App. I never ever look at my Cash App. So I probably did. And they're on both these phones, so I can't check right now. But I probably did. I just never look at Cash App ever. You look like Childish Gambino. Is that a compliment, Dina? I don't know. I don't think I look like him. He's much lighter in complexion, but thank you. Thank you if it's a sentence to 4 years in the White House. Yeah. 4 years in the White House. I'm not Dina. Deanna? Deanna? I'm sorry, Deanna. Apologies. My deepest apologies. Deanna. Benito, 100%. 100%. Who being extra? Ain't nobody being extra. 46. Respect to you. We don't have any ageist here. In fact, I prefer a older, mature woman. I would take 4 years in the White House versus the prison, right? You guys are being mean. Let's be nice to each other. I love everybody. But yeah, guys, like, I need to go eat something. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Nah, you guys are good. I'll be back later, guys. I don't know how much later. I want to watch the football game. I want to relax. I want to chill. I definitely want to come back and hang out with you guys. I want pizza, JoJo, but there's this place next to me that has a good special. They got a good special. Today's Saturday, right? And I gotta call my girl. She called me. I missed the call. So I gotta call my girl. I gotta eat. I gotta get the special. As you guys know, I'm subbing right now. I'll join when you're live again. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you. Eat real food. Forget pizza. Yeah, I gotta call her and eat. Call her and eat and watch football. But I'm definitely gonna be back online at some point. Maybe when they have the break in between the football games, we'll go live for like 30-40 minutes. But I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. NYPD, give me my money. Just give me my money. Give me my money. This is the outro, NYPD. Yeah. You're gonna submit it to the court. You're gonna say whatever. When I do take you to civil court, you're gonna say, look at him poking fun and making fun. And I'm gonna say, excuse me, who's him? I'm a her. And secondly, yeah, I did. We were having fun on YouTube with the guys and the gals. Give me my money.
Oh, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Give me my money. Okay, give me my money.
But all right, guys, I'll see you. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. I'm gonna go eat some food. Call my gal. Game time and pizza. I want pizza, Joe. I really want pizza, but there's a magnificent. Why can't I say words today? What's going on with me? Magnificent. What is wrong? Wait, hold on. I gotta look at the word because this is bothering me. Magnificent.
Impressively elaborate or extravagant, striking.
Magnificent.
Here's the definition of magnificent: impressively beautiful, elaborate, or extravagant, striking.
Google can't say it either. No, it's not just me. Dude, did you see that? Google can't say the word. Magnificent.
Here's the definition of magnificent: impressively beautiful,
it can't say
elaborate,
it.
or extravagant, striking.
It can't say it either. Guys, look, I swear to God, it can't say it either. Magnificent.
Here's the definition of magnificent: impressively beautiful, elaborate, or extravagant, striking.
You see how it skips the word? Bro, I've said it before so many times. I don't understand why I can't say it. But look, Google can't say it. Google can't say it.
Here's the definition of magnificent: impressively beautiful, elaborate, or extravagant, striking.
Bro, I don't know what's going on with me today. Magnificent. 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 Magnificent? Or I don't know what's going on. Apparently I got brain rot, like just out of nowhere. But I'm gonna figure out how to say this word. Magnificent. 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 It's magnificent. Magnificent. Not magnificent. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna figure it out. Maybe because I only had coffee and didn't have food. I don't know why there's an issue with the word today. Magnificent. 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 Not magnificent. It's magnificent. That's magnificent. Yeah, magnificent. Why was that just an issue? Magnificent. Where did I get the "g" from? Magnificent. I don't understand why that. I've never said that before in my life. It's the brutal beating from the NYPD that's affected my grammar and my vocabulary and my speech now. You see what you guys did? I can't even properly say words I've said my entire life. When you submit all these videos to the courts, submit this part too, that I had trouble saying magnificent. 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 Why did I start saying magnificent? That's insane. But all right, guys, later. Appreciate you guys. Love you. I'm gonna go eat, call my girl, and I'll be back a little bit later. Gonna watch some football, eat some food, and yeah, peace over here first. Love you guys. 30 likes. Wow, appreciate you guys over there. Thank you for the 30 likes. David, New York, and why? Just give me my money. Your Honor, look at him. He's 6%. So I was about to die anyway. He's mocking the court, Your Honor. Give me my money. He's referring to a famous meme on a basketball court. Just give me my money. Like, what's wrong? Why are you gonna go to court and be like, look what he, even though I'm a she, look what she was saying. Like, what does that have to do with the fact that I want you to give me my money? Yeah, I ended it. Alright, guys, peace. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you, everybody who subbed up. And I'll be back later. Peace.